All right, y'all, you guys are watching YCF Airboats, and this is another YCF Airboat production. We have another build today, and we have a 220 ground power. It is slightly, well, it's got a 470 conversion that hasn't fully been done, but well, I guess it's been done. He just never had another mag put on, which he's probably gonna go pacemaker. So this is what we got. 220. Now I say it's been 470 converted because it has the dual plug jugs, and he's got this whole gizmo on here for his intake, which puts his carburetor back here. So it has been 470 converted, but it's only running one mag. But we are gonna work on detailing this thing up first. He wants the motor detailed, so we're gonna detail it up for him and just so you see what it looks like now. I'm gonna try to talk him into getting rid of these big, heavy, crazy looking homemade motor mount things. This one's gone on this side, but that thing right there, that's some crazy looking device there, but we will try to do something different. We'll see, but he's on his way here now. I'm gonna get to finish sealing this thing off so I can get it ready to start cleaning. All right, you guys, I've made a little tarp area and I put one down so when I glass bead this, I can try to catch all the stuff and reuse it because it's expensive and I've only bought 25 pounds. And I have a little bit left over. If I have to siphon through that and get it, I will, but this is what we're about to do. I got everything taped off pretty good, so I'm gonna go and fire the compressor up and get to glass beading. All right, y'all, this is where we're at with it right now. This got me, that whole 25 pounds got me to this point, and thank God I did this because with catching it all and putting it down onto this tarp, I was able to regain, and there's still some that I didn't get, like down there on the ground, and probably some in the corners of these tarps still. But for the most part, I probably got 93% of the material back by doing that. So that was a good idea. So I just had to get it all off the ground, sift it, clean it all out, get all the chunks of paint and all that stuff out of it, and put it back in the abrasive blaster, and we're about to go back to town. But other than that, it looks pretty good. These jugs here in the center are pretty eaten up. That's like a serrated knife. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it feels like it'll saw your hand. So we're gonna do the best we can with that and getting back to it. I can taste this stuff. All right, anyways, so because of this cool, awesome contraption I made here, this is the second time I'm having to get my material back, and you can tell there's still a bunch on the ground, and look how full that bucket is. Mind you, when it was full, it was about up to here. So probably what's left on the ground, I'm probably about, I haven't lost much, guys, and that's pretty impressive. And if I had a roof on this thing, it would catch a lot more. All right, y'all, what a day, but we got her done. She is good enough. She is great. She is ready for paint. Tomorrow I'm gonna start taping some things off and start doing some color testing and trial and error. But she is all glass beaded and pretty as a picture. I even glass beaded his exhaust for him. Same on this side. But yeah, she is done. Super clean, you guys, super clean. So even all his brass made shiny. All his little brass inserts are all shiny. Brass is nice and shiny. So, you know, all his brasses are nice and shiny. So she's good to go. Got some taping and prepping to do tomorrow, guys. So this is going to end tonight. I got to still fix these valve covers. You guys are going to see how I do that, how I call it a repair. Because honestly, guys, we're going to cut them off and get rid of them and grind them and sand them smooth, and you'll never know they were there, and it kind of looks a little better when they're not there. All right, y'all, next day, and I just rinsed her down. Still see the water on the floor. Took the air gun and blew it all down, and then took the heat gun and dried it all off and let it sit in the fan here for a little bit. And now it's time to do some priming on this engine. When you paint aluminum, you got to have an etching primer for the paint to stick if you've taken it back down to bare metal. 1 can of primer was not enough, so I'm gonna have to go get some more. There's a lot of stuff that I did not finish getting. All right, y'all, this is the color he chose. This is where we're at with it right now. I gotta tape that back off like I did those. I hit it again. Still working on it, but I still gotta do the valve covers. They're still just aluminum. I'm going to take these off now and do those. I got the push rod tubes and springs over there. Anyways, this is where we're at with it. Still quite a little bit to do. Not too much, but still some. So that's where we're at with it, guys. Don't look too bad. The only other boats that I've done and detailed motors on besides myself, I've only ever detailed them for myself, guys, so I'm not a professional, but I have done it a couple times. This is the second. The first time was the Okeechobee boat. If you guys have watched my videos, if you haven't, go check it out. Go to my channel, the Okeechobee boat build. I detailed his motor, but we just polished and stripped everything. This one is getting painted. He wanted it painted, so she's painted. But again, I'm no professional. I've done it only for myself and for 2 other people. So in my opinion, I don't think it turned out too bad, and it's not even done yet. So wait till the finished product. All right, y'all, so I am currently sanding all of the push rod tubes. I have painted all of the receiving pieces silver. These will also be silver, and so that's what I'm doing, sanding these, getting them painted. All right, y'all, I got his pieces painted and put back on. I've got all his sand, or his, I have sanded all his push rod tubes, and they have all been hung and painted. I have cleaned everything after I sanded it with some brake cleaner and hit it with the air gun, which is right here. I'm gonna wait for that to dry. I'm done for the night though, guys. I'm done. Tomorrow I have to clean all his springs, all the zip ties I had to use. That's how you get them off. You hit them, you run a zip tie through there and get it to where you can compress the spring and push your push rod tube in to get your push rod tube out. But I have to clean all these springs and paint them tomorrow, and then put all that stuff back in there and do the valve covers and a couple of other things, and the detail is done. All right, y'all, that's where we're at with it. I still haven't painted the dipstick yet, but that's the colors he chose. I'm still not done. Still not done. But valve covers came out pretty nice. There's some pitting in some of them, but it's the best I can do. She came out pretty nice though. And I have some old valve cover gaskets that are brand new from motors I used to have. I had 5 470-11s, straight valve, looked just like that, had the fins just like these did. I cut them off just like I did these, smoothed them, I polished mine. I gave John a really good deal on this, and I honestly, at the end of the day, I totally underbid this job, but it's okay. I'm not worried about it. You know, I like helping people out, so but I spent a lot of time blasting this thing, a lot of time taping and taking things apart to make sure things were painted correctly, and I'm still not done, guys. So you guys, if you're wondering like, whoa, what's going on? Why is the Continental here and there and not in the center? That much being said, what happened? Well, what happened was, so the story behind that, I believe, personally, I believe these are the 2 original valve covers from the original GPU unit, because they had no stops in the valve cover for the rocker arm bar that holds the rocker arms in place. And the Continental on the front was all smeared, like, you know how this is all nice and that's all nice? Well, this was all pressed over like someone just smushed it and smeared it like a bad press or something. So me and John come up with the idea to just sand it away, make it look smooth, and put the both of the 2 that match in the center, and that's what we did, and not too bad. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. Thank you, thank you. You guys, I would not be where I'm at on this YouTube channel if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you so much. Remember, as always, I love you, Jesus loves you,